Hello and welcome back to another Dare to Game video. Today we are playing Kingdom Come Deliverance 2, and boy does it feel good to be saying that. And I'm bringing you kind of my first armor guide. And basically this one is a story-centered armor guide. So what I decided today was to do the best 3 outfits, or it's really 2 because the third one's totally optional, but that you can get yourself equipped with before heading to the wedding, which is the 6th main story mission, I believe. It's the Wedding Crashers event. So before heading to that, this is how good you can be equipped in the first area of the map. And so I don't know how much of this I'm going to be able to show or when I'm going to be able to show this video, but this is the first area of the map. It's called Bohemian Paradise, or at least that's what the location is called in real life, and it's based off. So you can see it's quite large. It's about the size of the whole first game. And you're in this area for the beginning of the game, and at one point you are going to be going to a nobleman's wedding. But to get there, you have to get yourself dressed appropriately, get an invite to the mission, so that's the story drive behind progressing at this stage. I've done, at this point, I've done all the side content. I haven't done the wedding yet, but I've done everything else I could find. You can see there's some quest things that pop up here, but those are just fighting the different millers, and I already did that all once. I don't know if doing it again will cause a different mission or if it's just a recurring thing you can do. But other than that, I've cleared everything I could find on the map. It's possible I've missed stuff, but you know, that's what I've done. I've also killed lots of enemies, collected lots of stuff, gone to the stores and bought lots of stuff. So to the best of my knowledge, I have all of the items that I can get at this point in the game. So if we go into here, you can see it's a lot. You know, we've got a lot of different armor and clothing. We've got a lot of different weapons, you know, all that sort of stuff. And so I'm guessing there's a lot more variety once we get to the Kuttenberg region, but for this region, I'm pretty sure what I've got on is the best you can get. And so there are, as most people should know in this game, there are 3 distinct outfits that you can set, you know, for yourself as you play in this game. You have, well, I mean, you can do whatever you want. You can have 3 suits of armor if you want. But what most people typically do is you have a suit of armor, which you can see here. Then you have a stealth/sneaky outfit, maybe a hunting outfit, something that isn't very conspicuous, doesn't make much noise, isn't very visible. It's good for all of your various kind of shady activities. And then you have your fancy outfit, which you boost, you maximize your charisma. You use this one for speech, use this one for important story missions, something that makes you stand out as noble as possible. And so you can see I just showed you 3 there. Like I said, 2 of these are the best stuff you can get stat-wise and everything in my opinion, plus they look really good together. And then the stealth one is just obviously, that's all personal choice. I haven't tried to min-max this, so I would say 17 speech, 16 charisma, while still maintaining 15 conspicuousness, 16 noise, and only 20 visibility is all pretty good for a stealth outfit. So I definitely enjoy this outfit. It's worked very well for me. This suit of armor, to the best of my knowledge, is the best one you can get stat-wise in this region of the game. Now, you could improve it a little bit. You'd raise your weight, but you could add a something in the hood slot and something in the coat slot to give you a little bit more blunt protection. But as far as just pure armor value and obviously looking good goes, this one is quite good. So I'm not going to tell you where to get this stuff in this video, just in case I'm able to post this before February 4th, because it could be a story spoiler. Not a main story, I guess, but it's something that a character in the game weighs. So if you're watching this after release and you've already played the game, you can probably recognize who this character is because it's almost shot for shot the exact armor he's wearing. So that is the best stuff in the game. I'll show you it, just we can go down the list. So for weapons, I have the broad longsword just because I wanted to use a longsword, and at the moment that's the best one I've been able to find. I have the old field crossbow, same thing. It's the best one I've been able to find in the game so far. Piercing bolts, we have a dagger and a torch equipped. And then for this suit, you'll be able to identify what we're wearing based on the red shield because this is the red outfit. So I have the Italian bassinet, the mail collar, and the mail hood with coat of arms. And I guess we could scooch over so you can see all the stats when I'm talking about it. We're also wearing the long hauberk, or the hauberk long, a hunter's belt, hunter's pouch, the Milanese brigandine, and the purpoint long. Then we have the hourglass gauntlets and the Silesian brigandine sleeves, the high boots, knight's spurs, noble brigandine legs, padded chausses, engraved gemstone ring, scapular with insignia, and then I just have potions quick equipped in my pouch. So that's what we're working with here. So you can see for our stats, this is actually a pretty solid suit of armor. So if you look down over in where I've got the cursor over here for weapons and armor, you can see speech is 17, charisma is 22. That's not bad. Having 22 charisma for a pretty mid-level suit of armor makes this decent. You know, obviously we're getting nice boosts from our jewelry and spurs and stuff, but that makes it it so even wearing this, you might pass some decent speech checks. You can see all of our stats over here doing pretty good. Our conspicuousness is not crazy high. Our noise is obviously maxed out, and our visibility is quite high. But conspicuousness isn't bad, which probably makes sense given the fact that we're wearing Brigandine and stuff. But where it really matters is all of these stats here. So you can see that we have 4 different areas where you can take damage: the head, the torso, the arms, and the legs. And then we have 3 different types of damage. So we have stab damage, slash damage, and blunt damage. So the damage system is slightly different in this game than it was in the first game. That being said, you can still see that we get, 3 different numbers for each. So we can, in fact, average those out to get ourselves an average armor rating for each area, and then I guess an overall if we want. And so if you're interested in averages, I just averaged it out. And so for our head armor, we have an average of 198. Our torso is 191. Our arms are 199, and our legs are 156, giving us an overall average armor rating of 186. So you guys got to just see my creation of the AAR system for this game. So it is slightly different than the first game, but fairly simple and straightforward. So 186, making it a pretty solid suit of armor based on, obviously, my experience in the game with it so far, and just stats in general. So we'll call 200 the ultimate tank, so 186 being shy of that is not too bad. Of course, I'll gain more experience and might tweak the system later as I get access to more and more armor. That being said, our weapons are also doing quite good. Like I said, we didn't go with a blunt weapon or a sword and shield combo or anything. We have a long sword, so we're just looking at basically the stats for our sword there. So for our long sword, we have minimum strength requirement of 14 to use and 14 for agility, so it is stat intensive. Stab damage of 121, slash damage of 115, and blunt damage of 23. Defense of 246 though, so that's a nice high defense. Durability of 200. So overall, a very, very good weapon. So it says perfectly balanced longsword with a wide blade that is the gold standard. What it lacks in speed, it makes up for in durability. So yeah, it's not the fastest weapon because it's, kind of heavy and big, but it is very durable, so that's great considering we don't have a shield to use. So excellent weapon to go with. The old field crossbow is, like I said, currently the best one I've been able to find as far as damage is concerned. Probably not as fast as some of the other ones. I haven't done a lot of in-depth testing, but it's pretty solid. And when you pair it with the piercing bolts, pretty solid for taking out armored enemies. And then, of course, Daggered and Torch, not much to talk about there. So that is our first outfit that you can get kind of maxed before you go to the wedding and you want to pass yourself off as fancy and noble as possible. The other important outfit at that time is your actual nobleman's outfit. This is what we're actually probably going to be wearing to the wedding. So for this one, this is not made up of any one particular person. I believe most of these items were purchased at the tailor shop in Troskowitz down here, so you can see there's a tailor right there. I actually think I got most of these items directly from there, so they can just be purchased, or I guess if you get your thieving high enough and you're willing to risk it, you can steal them and just wait for the stolen status to disappear. Jewelry and stuff I obviously found elsewhere, so I couldn't possibly remember where I got these right now. That level of detail will have to come later. We have the same weapons equipped on this one, except for I took the crossbow off because I didn't feel like a nobleman would be walking around with a crossbow on their back at a wedding. I feel like a sword is still appropriate, but the crossbow felt like too much. Then for the armor, this one is signified by green, so you can see we're wearing the brocade hood, which I'll show you over on the side so you can see our charisma stats. Then we have the chaperone with brooch, the burger pourpont, the hunter's belt, hunter's pouch, the noble's gloves, the courtier boots, the gartered hose, the knight's spurs, the engraved gemstone ring, and the scapular with insignia. So you can see we definitely don't have a lot of armor value here. We've got some, but not a ton. But what we do have is we have 17 for speech, so we're not getting a crazy boost there, but our charisma is maxed out at 30, and we're very conspicuous. So not very noisy or visible, or visible's decently high, not very noisy, but very conspicuous. But for a charismatic nobleman, that's what we want to be. We want to be conspicuous, and we want our charisma maxed out. So and aside from that, obviously, this is also a very valuable suit. I don't know if people comment in the game on how valuable the stuff you're wearing is, but this is worth a lot. And I think it looks pretty good. The only thing about it that I don't love is that the pants, which are the most charismatic pants in the game, or at least at this point in the game, they've got green on them. It would be so much better if it was red and blue, because then it would match with the rest of the outfit perfectly. But overall, I'd still say it looks pretty dang solid. So that is the best armor and nobleman outfit that, at least based on everything I've done so far, you are able to get in this region of the map before going to the wedding. So I hope this video was interesting. I had a lot of fun building these two outfits and figuring all this stuff out. I can't wait to do it with so much more. But that's all for today. Hope you enjoyed the video. We'll see you next time. Thanks for watching another Dare to Game video. If you like this video, please leave a like and a comment. If you haven't already, be sure to subscribe to the channel. If you like my content and would like to support this channel, consider becoming a member today for as little as $1.99 a month. It makes a huge difference. But in any case, thanks for watching and have a nice day. I'll see you next time.